Hi, everybody. So today I'm going to talk about quality captioning as a universal design for access to deaf and hard of hearing people as well as others. You can follow me on Twitter. I have 2 accounts, SVKNYC as well as audio_A11Y. All right, go ahead. So first I want to tell you a little bit about the deaf and hard of hearing population. As Andrew said before, please do not use the word hearing impaired. It's best to stick with deaf, hard of hearing, depending on the person's hearing level. And we make up approximately 50 million people all over the US, which is approximately 20% of all the people living here. All over the world, it is approximately 700 million people. And by next year, it'll be that number, probably. Hearing loss is a 3rd major public health issue after arthritis and heart problems. Most people lose their hearing from exposure to disease, old age, or injury. And children who are deaf, who are born deaf, are actually born to hearing families. A very small number of people is born deaf, as I said. And most deaf and hard of hearing people worldwide do not know sign language. So they do not use sign language interpreters, and they do not read lips because it's not an exact science. Hearing aids and cochlear implants also don't benefit everyone. So a lot of us still need to use captioning, which is why I'm here. Okay, go ahead. So now I'd like to talk about how closed captioning can benefit people who are not just deaf and hard of hearing, but others as well. Foreign language speakers comprise about 20% of the population here. For example, my parents have regular hearing, but English is not their first language, so they rely on captioning when they watch movies and television. Captioning also helps literacy, so people who cannot read well can rely on captioning to pick up new words. All over the United States, it's approximately 43% of the people who are illiterate. Captioning also helps in environmentally noisy situations as well as quiet. So if you're in a bar or if somebody's sleeping, you can still enjoy a program by watching the captions, as well as if your headphones are broken. So if you follow the concept of universal design, then closed captioning would be the equivalent of a ramp for a wheelchair person. All right, go ahead. So Plymedia Statistics here show that videos that are not captioned have approximately a 66% viewership compared with a 91% viewership of videos that are closed captioned. So obviously that is a big difference in popularity, and it does benefit businesses as well to have media that's closed captioned, which will, of course, result in happier customers. Okay, go ahead. So just wanted to say that it's not enough just to say audio is accessible. It has to be appropriately captioned. So these are some of the misconceptions that I've come across. First of all, captions does not equal subtitles. Subtitles is a translation for people who do not speak a particular language, so it does not include environmental sound, so it is not fully accessible to people who are deaf and hard of hearing. Also, auto captions and speech recognition are not a quick solution for providing accessibility to oral information. You do have to hire a qualified transcriber. Captioning also has to be verbatim. It cannot be summarized, and words cannot be omitted or filtered, including colorful language. Oral information, in order for it to be fully accessible, it needs to be open to everyone. You cannot say, well, deaf and hard of hearing people can wait until this video is captioned. It has to be, before it's made available, it needs to be captioned so that everyone has equal access. And transcripts, as well as caption, have to be error-free because, of course, people who are relying on them need to have full access the same way that everyone else does. All right, go ahead. And it's important to provide full and quality access to information. So these are three examples of scenarios where closed captioning would be used. So in audio and podcasts, you could use quality transcription, so transcripts. In movies and videos where you have pre-recorded information, you can include transcripts as well as transcripts with captioning would be for online videos, and movies and videos can just have captioning. Live events and webinars, such as this one, would have a real-time captioner. So here we have a human being in the front typing everything that is being said. And of course, it's always advisable to hire a professional certified captioner in order to follow best practices, not just somebody who's a volunteer and does not know how to do it, and especially someone who's doing it for the first time. So best practices is different for each of these scenarios. Video, movies, as well as live events and webinars. Also, it's important to make all of the information accessible, and that way everyone can appreciate and enjoy the information without missing anything. And it makes a huge difference for someone who is relying on it for accessibility. Okay, next. All right, well, thank you for watching my presentation. And of course, I did not include everything that I wanted to say. We can talk for a lot longer, but I do provide consulting services on the topic. And the first website that's listed here is just general user experience and accessibility consulting. The second website is more about captioning, communication accessibility. And the third one is focused on stand-up captioning services that you see here. Thank you very much.